This is one of the current orphaned hedgehogs we have in at the moment. We've had quite an influx of, this is sort of a teenage size hedgehog. We've got quite a few of these in at the moment that wander out of the nest, get lost, and then because we've not had rainfall for quite a while, they get dehydrated. So often people find little hedgehogs like this wobbling around the garden, which is a sure sign of dehydration. So what we do is we take them in and make sure they've got no internal parasites. We feed them up till they're a decent size, sort of 300 grams, and then we aim to release them back to where they came from. So this little fella actually came from Yorkshire. Somebody went to see the Tour de France and came back with a hedgehog that was out during the daytime. So this little hedgehog is actually going back to Yorkshire. So we've got a few in at this size at the moment. We only release them after we've had you know, a good rainfall, so that there's plenty of parasites and bugs and slugs for them to eat. He's being a bit hissy because he sees me as a danger. We try to keep human contact with our wild animals to a minimum, so he's hissing at me because he's quite angry that I'm actually handling him, because we aim to release all of our wild animals back to the wild. So you're a bit upset with me, aren't you? Well, this is one of the kittens that has been dumped on our doorstep. Sadly, we quite often get home from work and we've got a box at the doorstep with something in it. These 3 kittens were actually dumped in a rabbit hutch. Obviously there's a financial cost to taking these kittens in. Obviously when they're dumped we have no choice, we have to take them in. We've spent over £100 already on combi testing them. We will also pay for neutering, microchipping and vaccinating, worming and defleeing them, which is obviously an awful huge cost to the charity when really we haven't got space for these 3. And then we'll begin looking for homes for them. But obviously people don't realise that, you know, this kitten could live to be in her 20s, and you've got to think about what you might be doing in 20 years time and whether you've got space for one of these kittens. But the problem is people take on animals on a whim, don't think about you know, the long-term aspects of taking on animals such as kittens. They don't get them neutered, and then before long they've got a problem in unwanted litters of kittens, like these 3. We've only just rehomed a litter of 4 unwanted kittens, and then these arrived shortly afterwards. So we'll be looking for homes for these shortly. They're only about 11 weeks old, but very cute at the moment. But yeah, we're looking for lifelong homes and responsible owners as well. This is a very excitable little wood pigeon that we've just taken in this morning. We'll have to hand rear him because he's out of the nest too soon. He obviously already sees me as his mum because he's flapping his wings for me to feed him. With wood pigeons we feed them about 3 times a day. We just tube feed them, but all birds are different, so some birds have to come to work with me, so I put them in a little pet carrier, take them off to work with me because some need feeding every half an hour throughout the day, which can be very time consuming, and sometimes it can be quite heartbreaking because not all of them survive, sadly. This little fella should be okay, and once he's eating on his own, then what we'll do is we'll just feed and water him once a day, and then just leave him to his own devices, and then eventually we'll go into an aviary to learn how to fly, and then eventually we'll release them back into the wild. Hey.